Good evening, and welcome to the May 23rd, 2016 Conservation Commission meeting. Tonight, we have one new business on the agenda, and that will be a notice of intent for 380 North Avenue, Walsh Mechanical Contractors, for construction of a 35-foot by 120-foot addition, 26 by 60-foot addition, and a 15-foot by 40-foot loading dock, 40 by 60 roof overhang, and a 20 by 20 loading dock, and construction of a filled wetlands area and replication of wetlands area at 380 North Ave. And we have...
Good evening. My name is John Carter. I work for the Russell Wheatley Company. I'm here representing Mr. LaBelle, Paul LaBelle, who owns Walsh Mechanical Contractors. We're here tonight because he would like to expand his business. He needs some more area for material and storage space. So we're proposing two additions on the building. One on the, as you can see, on the rear of the building, excuse me, which is 35 feet by 125 feet, and on the east end of it would be basically a 20 by 20 loading dock with a skewed. The face of it would be skewed for the trucks to back into ease of access. And the second addition would be on the easterly side of the building, it being 26 by 60. And adjoined to that would be an additional loading. Actually, their loading dock is internal in that particular area of the building, and what they're going to do is, to make more room inside, they're going to push the loading dock outside, a 15 by 40 foot loading dock with a roof overhang over the entire structure. In order to gain access to the back of the it's more foot access than anything to the northernmost addition. We've proposed to do a small amount of filling. It's shaded there in brown, so that it would ease access around the rear of the building, and a replication area shaded there in purple would be also constructed. The wetland area filling is approximately 500 square feet. The replication area is in excess of 1,350 feet, which is more than double, which is what's required or asked for by the board as far as that's concerned, as far as the amount of replication versus filling. All of the work is being done within the 100-foot buffer zone. Also, all of the work is being done in what is now already impervious areas. This entire area is all paved, so there was not a necessity for us to calculate for zero increase in runoff, because we're not increasing the runoff. It's just simply going from a paved area, which is zero increase in runoff, to a roof area, which is there again the same. A small amount of grading is to be done in the area of the loading dock at the rear of the and that's only so that they can depress it enough so that the box can back directly into the into the loading dock without the use of jacks or ladders or anything. That is what we're here for. I think I covered everything. Yeah, there is a minimal amount of grading to be done, but it is, there again, is all, whatever's to be graded is all to be repaved, if any pavement, so that, as I said before, there is no, there's no increase in pavement, there's no increase in impervious area.
And we'll open this up to the board here in a minute, but has everybody had a chance to look over the letter from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, DEP, okay? And
No.
you haven't?
No.
No.
I got a number?
Yes, you did.
Oh, sweet.
Just give John a minute to look that over. Okay, I just have a couple of questions. 35 by 125, I got that. 20 by 60, I have that here. 26 by 60. 15 by 40,
That's right there.
now this is a loading dock.
Correct.
Where are they loading from?
They're gonna back in this way.
Under?
Yeah, that's gonna be a roof overhang, so they'll be under that proposed roof overhang.
That's the 40 by 60, okay.
Yes.
Oh, so, okay, I see. I was just a little confused there. And then 20 by 20 is right here first.
Correct.
Okay, that's all just going on existing asphalt.
Yes.
Okay, anybody from the board have any questions?
Curbs?
Yeah.
Where are the curbs on this, where the loading docks is?
The what?
Do we have an asphalt curb that follows the, what do we got here? Wood guardrail, is there a curb that follows that all the way around back, or does it stop?
No,
anywhere,
that's
or-
existing pavement.
So there's
we
no
didn't-
Cape,
we
there's
didn't
no
have-
Cape Cod berm
There's no
there.
Cape Cod
I went
berm
up
or
there
anything.
today.
Okay.
No Cape Cod berm.
And the other one, is that on the, is it northeast corner? The northeast corner from here to the wetlands area, what's the distance on that there?
About 6 feet.
6 feet? Okay.
Can I took a look at the DEP wetlands, I went online and looked at it. It indicated that you're in the FEMA floodplain, through the 100-year floodplain, and it went up to here. The second thing that showed was a stream. I wasn't quite sure where I think it's a little intermittent stream, which would make sense because across the street long ago, we piped like a drainage ditch over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if there was something here. When I went out here over where the edge of the wood is, and I looked down, it looked like somebody had gone in there and done something to that area because there was grass growing. It was pretty high, but there was also I saw some riprap through here, like there was a drainage channel. So I guess my question is, it looks like over here on the, I don't know what direction I'm at. I'm sorry. I think it must be the northeast side here. The wetland line seems to just stop. But when you look at the 100-foot buffer, I'm not sure where that came from over here.
Well, it just comes from the end of the flags. I talked to the botanist about that, and what her answer to me is that there was no vegetation in the stone-lined stream, and it's all grass on the other side of the bank. So it wasn't really what would be delineated as a bordering vegetated wetland.
Right, it looked like it had, the grass was like all grass. It was
Yeah,
weird.
it's
It was really strange, to be perfectly frank.
Right, so,
And it looked like the riprap was fairly new. But for me, that the DEP showed a intermittent stream there, you know, that was my concern.
I'll look into
there.
that.
If you could look into that.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't know where your 100-foot buffer zone came from here.
It just comes from the very end of the flagging, that's all I had to go by, so I
Okay. You
just
put
called
that
it the end of
Yeah,
the
'cause
bordering
this
vegetated
does-
wetlands.
Out that way, to the northeast is French's Stream. So I think that we're just on the outside edge. Let's see.
French's Stream is actually on the other side of
Further down.
Brookline Street.
Further down, yeah, it's over there, but somehow, when you look at the map, you know, it's hard
Yeah,
to
okay.
judge, but I knew it was over that way, but it seems like we're on the edge of it. I didn't see a actual replication plan in here, John, which
No.
we will need.
Yeah, I will.
For the wetland area, and you show the wetlands line, but you show it on the other, it doesn't look right to me. Like, shouldn't the wetlands line have gone over here? You're doing a replication area, it was.
Yeah, there is, it
Oh,
does,
that-
it goes, there's one,
Oh, okay,
you know.
So you're taking the
actually,
upland right there.
I'm taking this, yeah.
okay. But I have the same issue, I think that Joe was probably referencing, is we're really, really close to the wetlands on both corners
both
there.
corners.
On both corners, and especially if we're putting a replication area in there. I have a bit of a concern there. It seems like we are a little too close to get a truck through there. You know, if anybody tries to get back there and back behind there, nobody's gonna be able to get there. Unless they run over the wetland.
So you're,
I'm concerned at both
oh, no,
corners.
but I have a quick.
That's only
Were you-
6 feet.
Were you thinking about access through there?
No, only through this area here was I thinking for access, and more just for foot access, not for,
Won't the fire
not for-
department
not for
require
driving.
access back there? You-
That's something, I think, because the fire department, I know that other buildings, you have to
They
have
usually
access
make
to
you
go
put.
around.
Uh-huh. They usually.
Enough.
You have to have access, well, I thought you had to have access to, I mean, there's a parking area here, so they have access to this side of the building. And then over here, they would you know, up into here, they'd have access. I can review that with the fire department and see
Yeah,
what
I think you
see what
should.
they want to do.
Yeah.
Because I just know on other buildings, they have required, and I just know this from plowing and so
Yeah.
forth.
Like this building has the road behind it, and I think that was partly because that was the.
What is?
This building actually
Yeah.
has the access behind it. I think that's typical. Let's see, the other thing I had on here, both DEP says you need a stormwater report.
Yeah, yeah.
And you checked off that you had a stormwater report, but you don't. And
Yeah, because I was going to do one actually, because what they plan on doing is bringing this access way in here, and then when I looked at it and I said, geez, my access way is not within the limits of the buffer zone, I'm outside of it, so I'm gonna have to do them, because I gotta bring this in front of planning board anyway, for the access road, but that's all right, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything?
I had one more little thing, is on the form, on page 2, you check both boxes, I think you're only supposed to check one. And you didn't put how much of the resource, oh, there it is, never mind. I see it, I just didn't see it, never mind, that one's okay. It was just on page 2. That was it.
Well, I'll have to talk to Darryl about this. This is Darryl's first shot at doing this on the computer, because I always write them out by hand, so he wanted to help me out.
Any other concerns, anybody from the board? Any questions? I'd like to open it up to anybody in the audience who would like to have anything to say. Are you here on?
I just live behind there. I'm William O'Brien, so
Where do you live exactly?
right here.
Right there on that corner, okay.
I'm just concerned about, noise, more, work around, my back area. Don't want to disturb any wetlands, So,
Yeah, that wouldn't have anything, that would be, I guess, the selectmen of if he changes his hours or anything.
Yeah, I just saw that one for the Board of Health too, so I think any kind of noise like this goes through the
Yeah.
Board of Health too.
Yeah, so
the
that would
nuisance
really,
ordinance.
we'd have no, that wouldn't concern us at all, wouldn't concern us, but we have no jurisdiction over that. So,
Wetlands definitely though.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's already kind of wet in my backyard, so I don't know if that's gonna cause any more, make it more wet back there or what.
well, that's why we're looking into the
Yeah.
distance of the far corner here, the northeast
Yeah.
corner.
Yep, okay.
That's the only thing. And then, what is the footage here on the, this end of the building where the loading dock's gonna be? How much, what do you have footage there?
It's gonna be 10 feet.
10. So that's 10 and that's 6.
Right.
Okay.
But that 10
I-
is right next to the wetlands replication
Yeah,
area.
And
over there.
replication, and I would just like to, if you don't mind, just check with the fire department.
Absolutely.
Just to make sure that that's gonna be, I know you probably want the size of the building and so forth, but you'd hate to put it up and then all of a sudden come back to us and say you're gonna have to go into the wetlands to make an area for the fire department to go around.
So John, what are you filling in for wetlands?
Right here, this brown area.
What you're filling and where you're replicating
Right
right now
here,
is here?
over here.
Okay, just want to make sure. That would give him that corner then, yeah. He really doesn't need it.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable with 6 feet between the corner of that building and the wetlands there. I mean, we usually do like 10 feet for
Yeah.
just piling.
We usually have a 10-foot separation from the
I'm sorry.
wetlands.
No, that's okay.
Never
I'm
mind.
at 384 North Avenue, right next door. And it looks like the access road's going to be coming behind my house.
You're Laura Hopkins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Is that already existing or is that new?
No, that's gonna be, that's proposed,
That's proposed also?
yeah.
That
So
might
are
be a
you
planning
adding-
board issue.
Are you adding
Okay.
impervious
Because
surface
that's,
then?
that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
encroaching the wetlands.
Oh,
I think that would be a plan, you have to go to the
Stormwater.
planning
Yes.
board yet. That would be a
Oh, okay.
planning board issue.
okay.
Not that we wouldn't want to help you, but there's nothing coming in front of us on that,
That's okay. Thank you.
okay? Anything else? I would say that you're probably gonna have to ask for a continuance.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
just on the DEP stuff alone.
Does anybody else have anything for John though, so he only has to come back one more time?
Like the corner of the building's definitely
Yeah.
a concern.
Yeah, I'll talk to them about that, and if I have to reduce the size of the building, I may have to.
Okay.
We might
Okay.
have to reduce that by 5 feet, so we get you to get 10 feet around it.
Now, is everybody
Yeah.
comfortable with 10 feet?
No, they're probably gonna want,
12, 15?
I would,
They usually want
size 12, probably 12.
12 feet.
Guessing, and that's
They
the
would-
range.
I would think they would like to see, if they could, a situation, they would be able to drive a truck to that point.
Right.
It didn't work from there. If there was a fire and, you know, they could get around and
I'm
work.
thinking
I'm
we're
just
gonna
thinking
want
about
to
20.
For instance, the Stop
I
and
know,
Shop
and I'm
in
thinking we're
Whitman,
gonna want a Cape
they
Cod
have
going
just
along it or
about 10
something.
foot
Yeah.
roadway behind there, but
That's
that's enough
what
so
I'm
you can get a
thinking.
fire truck back there.
Yeah, John, and if you could think of something like a Cape Cod berm or something to put along
Pardon?
that edge there.
Yeah,
As much as I don't usually like to do that, some kind of berming,
Sure.
at least at that corner.
Is it asphalt on the backside over here too, John?
yes.
Yeah,
It is, okay.
right, well, I don't know, right now the existing is all.
And you're not digging up the asphalt that's there behind the building, right? Are you gonna be digging out? and
They're gonna
replacing
have
it?
to put the building in. they're
That's
gonna
why the
have
silt fence and so forth
Yes.
is going in, okay.
So for construction purposes, 10 feet or 12 feet, will that be enough?
I like 15, but
We need to, because usually we have 10 feet.
Let's see what the fire department requires.
well, that's just for this. I'm talking about the building being as close to the wetlands.
Yeah, that's, he said 10 and 6, am I correct?
Yeah, but I'd rather this be 15 and that be 15.
Yeah.
Because usually we have 10 feet where we put up the silt fence, and then
Yeah.
then they have another 10 feet to work. This is right up on top of it.
I think what they're concerned with is how close.
Right,
So, now, we don't, there's the annual town meeting is in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
The
but
sixth.
our meeting would be the,
13th?
yeah.
Okay. Do you think you'd be ready for the
13th?
13th?
When are you going in front of planning though? That be before us or after us?
no, it's gonna be after you.
Okay.
I haven't even applied to planning yet. I just wanted to get my,
Well, yeah,
See
for
what you
us
guys
to, before we act, you have to have at least applied to.
yeah, well, I understand that.
Yeah.
I really didn't expect to get the DEP number. I kind of expected I was gonna get continued tonight.
Yeah, so that's, we'll just probably look it over and, if you can come in with the parameters. I mean, you really, well, for construction, Joe, 15, or you want the building 15?
Building 15.
That- Yeah,
I know it's tough.
that's a
but-
lot. I mean, that's knocking, I gotta knock 10 feet off the building. That's,
Well, you can, I mean, can you corner it?
I could, well, yeah, I could probably see what they wanna do with that.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, just put a
If you just-
45.
Yeah, just take a corner off.
Yeah, okay.
Looking at it that way, that would give you enough all the way around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just making a suggestion, I'm not telling
Could
you what to
actually do
do.
that with the loading dock too. I could pull that loading dock back a little bit and give you better access around, because 20 feet for the loading dock is probably, I'll ask them, but I'll make it work. I'll make it work, 15 feet.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a building that's been that close, even a residential building that's been that close to the flagged wetlands area, right?
Okay. October,
Okay.
7/8.
Any other concerns as far as conservation goes? No? Okay. Yeah, you're out of our thing anyway. And you just want to take your concerns to the planning board when they go.
You know when that will be?
They'll notify you, same thing. You'll have the same, you get something in the mail.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay, John, are you requesting a continuance
Yes,
to what
I am.
date?
To the 13th?
13th?
Yeah.
I make a motion
Go ahead.
that we continue it to the 13th, this hearing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
That's a long time, huh? October 13th. Jeez. Good one, John.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
building, okay, John, thanks. Good luck, we'll see you next time. Building permits. I took care of both of these. And minutes. Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes? The minutes are from May 9, 2016 only.
I make a motion to approve?
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
And do we have any correspondence?
Nice night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gotta save this one, we'll be back. It's coming in a couple weeks.
So this is blowing up pretty good. He's like really close here and here. This is the area. Yeah, he's definitely within 100 feet anyway.
Okay, there's just a letter here from Eversource stating that they're going to, they have applied before to do a herbicide for, they sent us a letter January 31st, 2016, and I guess we approved it, and they're just showing us 21-day notification. Anybody wants to see that? And here we have a plan from Planning Board, 121 Randolph Street in Abington. This is,
Who based it?
Oh, 121 Randolph, that's the mattress factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is just a plan, I guess they're just notified, showing us that they.
There was something in the newspaper that the planning board was gonna have a hearing on the election
May-
night. Is it 74 units?
They're gonna,
Is that the 74 units, 14 buildings?
121 Randolph.
It didn't
Units.
say what, it said, it just had the plan in it, it didn't say what the address was. Does it say how many units, John?
Property address is 121 Randolph, site development plans for that address. They're gonna put up residential R30
Sounds-
and housing, I guess.
It's a bunch of units.
It was 74 units is what it said in the paper.
What, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, we walked that a few years ago.
What this is saying is that there's a public meeting on June 6th
Is that then?
from the planning board.
That's town meeting,
That's,
right? That's town meeting.
Yeah, it's before town meeting.
So it's,
Oh, okay.
but it is Randolph Street, so
Yep.
we may want to one of the two of us might want to stop
They'll,
by.
most likely after they meet with them, they'll be coming in front of us. Anybody want to see this?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be back. We've already approved some of it out there, but I don't know if it's this one, if this changes anything.
I thought we just approved them working on
Doing their-
demolishing it, yeah.
Right, and doing their
But
site assessments.
Their plan had been approved way before that for all of those
Yeah.
units.
But they probably
We
need
had
to
to
come
renew
back.
it because it was gonna, what's
Yeah,
called,
they
gonna run
wanted it
out.
extended.
Let's talk about, while we're here, Chestnut Street, that is Crowley's. And he's been in front of us already, so obviously, we did probably approve the fill, but he hasn't got a permit from the selectmen for the fill. So should we can you just notify the selectmen?
Yeah, I would just think that, yeah.
And I didn't see any hay bales. There's a wetland.
I didn't see any
right
hay bales at all.
No, I didn't see any hay bales, so
Okay.
can we send him a note and ask him where they are?
Because he just got approved the other night from zoning. Do we know if planning has approved it?
Yeah, it's been through planning.
Okay, so zoning's
Yeah.
approved it, we've approved it. Now we just have to make sure that he goes according to the notice of intent.
Are these our plans?
I might be able to
These are
stop
our
down there
plans,
tomorrow and see him. No, I'll probably let me just do that. Let me just find him and
Okay.
see him.
Yeah, wetlands
And tell him he has a
buffer line
notice of
blue.
intent, and we'll be looking for the hay bales and so forth up there. What do you got, Joe?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the hay bale line.
Oh, this were the plans from the zoning.
Oh,
They were
okay.
they were still out because we just saw them. So I didn't dig out ours.
I'll just find him. I'll stop down because they're around town. And
Yeah, this is an existing brook, and you can probably see it, it's not that big of a deal, but, I mean, he should definitely have hay bales. There's a blue line that's right here that goes all the way around.
Right, and where it is, on the other side is that long driveway house, is the way I
It's all
think.
wooded, too.
And we delineated that as a wetland a while ago, so.
Yeah,
right
that
in
house
front.
is like over here someplace.
Yeah, the house, but the driveway drives
Yeah,
up.
the driveway.
So between him and them, that's all. Good.
okay,
Yeah, he's got it, he's cut off all the roads.
yeah, I'll find him. Anything else?
Make a motion, we close the meeting?
Another meeting,
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
27 minutes.
Let's party.
This is,
We can go
that's
sit in the
yours.
selectmen's meeting.